Mời quý khán giả cùng đến với chương trình Giấc mơ nhân kỷ niệm 3 năm Viet News USA phục vụ khán giả. Chương trình tổ chức vào Chủ nhật ngày 13 tháng 8 tại đại sảnh đường sang trọng Garden Tucana Reception Hall, địa chỉ 1940 East Main Street, Mesa, Arizona 85203. Chương trình có sự góp mặt của nam ca sĩ Lam Trường đến từ Việt Nam, nữ ca sĩ Kỳ Phương Uyên đến từ Trung tâm Thúy Nga, nam ca sĩ Cốt Linh, nam ca sĩ Hoàng Phong, nữ ca sĩ Thu Hồng, nam ca sĩ Placo, nữ ca sĩ Ngọc Ánh và nhiều ca sĩ hoa hậu khách mời đặc biệt. Chương trình thảm đỏ với dress code là evening gown và veston, đồ ấu bình 6 p.m, show star 7 p.m, dinner serve 8 p.m. Vé vào cửa kèm ăn tối với thực đơn 4 món, sponsor 100 Mỹ Kim, VIP 85 Mỹ Kim, regular 75 Mỹ Kim. Vì không phải là nhà hàng nên vé mua sau ngày 7 tháng 8 sẽ không có thức ăn. Gọi đặt vé hay quảng cáo để ủng hộ chương trình vui lòng gọi 602 481 2647 602 481 2647. Viet News USA hân hạnh đón tiếp.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the program. It is another episode of me introducing interesting folks who lives around us. In this case, today we have with me Kirti Sharma. She actually lives in Chandler, so she's my neighbor. We're not going to disclose how old she is, but she describes herself as from Indian origin with a soul of hermit, heart of an artist, and will of an entrepreneur, and fearless and relentless. Đây là cô Kirti Sharma, thì cô là một người đến từ Ấn Độ. Đối với cô và cái cách mà cô giải thích về mình thì cô là một ẩn sĩ, có một cái trái tim nghệ sĩ và là ý chí của một doanh nhân, không sợ hãi và không ngừng nghỉ làm việc. So, I just did that quick introduction here. We are going to hear from you, so please say a few things to our audience.
First, I would like to try to say xin chào.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, I am so glad I got this opportunity thanks to you and David. So we are here to reach out to the community, and I'm glad to share the information here and myself here.
And absolutely, you have a lot of wonderful information to share, and it's got to do with financial services. We're going to talk a little bit about life insurance, which, you know, Kirti rightly said. I mean, some of us are very, very reluctant to talk about it. Những cái chi tiết như là về bảo hiểm nhân thọ và lập kế hoạch tài chính cho mình đó, thì cũng có nhiều người Việt Nam của chúng ta hiện nay thì cũng là mập mờ hoặc là chưa có ý là muốn tập trung lo vào. Nhưng mà hôm nay chúng ta sẽ nghe những cái lý do vì sao quý vị nên cho cô Kirti cũng như là cái câu chuyện của cô một cơ hội để mà mình có thể là mình tìm hiểu và mình có thể mình học hỏi thêm nha quý vị. So first thing first, let's start with this because you know I'm also an artist at heart, not in practice but at heart. And I saw that you actually studied to be a graphic design. You studied graphic designs and you had a minor in photography. So share with us what drove you to take to get those degrees.
So back in India when I was studying, arts always spoke to me. Drawing and painting was my passion. I started from there. As I grew myself as a human being here in America, that came a lot handy because arts taught me empathy. And I carry forward that, though I am in a finance field right now, but I carry that empathy of an artist. I feel and care and love and passion for, you know, people's well-being is what I'm carrying from my art background.
Perfect. And then how come that you didn't move forward with what you studied?
So as most of immigrants will relate to that, when you come here, there are a lot of red tape that we have to go through. There are a lot of laws, work permits that we need to go through. And I went to the same scenario that just changed the trajectory of what I can do and I cannot do. And yeah, that just changed my focus. Also, I learned a lot because now you're in a new land.
Yes.
New land brings you new opportunities, new challenges. And so it's always wise to learn and move forward with it and not be stuck with what cannot be done. So I move forward.
Alright, that's good. Always moving forward. Thì Mong Tiên có hỏi là tại sao khi mà mặc dù cô đã có những cái bằng, thứ nhất là trong ngành thiết kế đồ họa và thứ nhì là nhiếp ảnh cũng như là in ấn, mà tại sao cô lại không có tiếp tục cái công việc này? Thì cô nói là như là biết bao nhiêu những cái người di dân khác thì khi mà đến với nước Mỹ thì nước Mỹ nó cũng đã mở ra nhiều cái cơ hội để cho cô tham khảo. Và tuy nhiên với trái tim của một cái người nghệ sĩ thì cái điều mà cô có thể mang đến trong cái công việc hiện thời của mình á, là có thể cảm nhận và có thể chia sẻ quan tâm đối với cái người, trong trường hợp này là người khách hàng của mình. So then let's talk a little bit. So since you didn't move forward with what you studied, but then there was a moment in time here that's very recent that kind of drove you to what you're practicing today, which is all around financial services and so on. What was that moment for you?
So it happened in a very blessing way. I was having this thought again and again, recurring thought. My kid was very young, 4 to 5 years back, and I was having this anxiety because a lot of our friends passed away because of health issues pretty young in their age, like in their early 30s, and then again it happened in the late 30s. So I was anxious. I was not sure how well we are prepared for any situation like that. If the family bread earner goes away, how does the family take care of themselves? How do you sustain the same kind of living status, and how do you give the same kind of dreams to your kids? Yeah, right, if the support system is not there. So all those thoughts were in my head, and then my friend was there and he introduced me to this business where I can first secure myself. That's what I did. First I found all these answers for myself. I started my own life insurance, so my family is secured. My husband started his own. We have a couple of other financial products that we started. So in case anything happens, our kids are 100% secured. They can go to the colleges they would love to, that we had dreamed that they would love to go to. They can find the careers that we have a dream that they find, that they don't compromise.
Right.
Because we were, as a support, parents, without parents, kids, all of us know how difficult it could be. So we made sure that is in place, and that can only happen through a very nice talk with a financial advisor, where you can, it's almost like talking to your doctor. It's your financially, you need to have a doctor checkup. That's what we do. That's what we do. We are like financial doctors for you. We sit down with you and we make sure that, if you have any ifs and buts in your full pie chart, what are the loopholes? Where can we plug it? What are the solutions for it? So you do your job, you are busy with your lives, you do your business, but we come in and help you out so you don't have to put your time and effort for the research.
Perfect. Thì kính thưa quý vị, trong bên câu hỏi cái thời điểm nào mà cô đã đến quyết định là cô sẽ trở thành một cái chuyên viên tài chính, thì cô nói là cô có những cái người bạn bè, thì những cái người bạn bè này thì không may thì họ bị bệnh hoặc là bị qua đời đột ngột ở cái tuổi còn rất là sớm, thì từ đó nó đưa cho đến một cái ý nghĩa là nếu mà mình trong trường hợp đó thì con cái của mình hoặc là những người thân của mình sẽ ra sao. Thì cô đã tìm hiểu và cô cũng đã tìm được cho mình một số những cái chương trình tài chính để mà giúp cho mình trong cái trường hợp không may đó. So we're going to talk a little bit about, like you said, when we talk about finance, let's talk a little bit about this. The Indian community, do they, do a lot of savings? Do they keep a lot of cash? It's like, I know traditionally, like my parents, they would keep all of the cash in their check-ins or savings, right? But they're not going to be doing anything more than that. But that money is probably not going to be enough in case of, catastrophic situation.
Absolutely. Very valid point you have put that. So Indian community is huge on investments.
Okay.
Yeah, they understand that the principal amount, if you keep sitting it will not be worth anything. So just take your example. When we came in, let's say if you came in 20 years back into this country, what $10 bought you, can you buy the same thing from that $10 now? So cash loses its value over time. We need to understand that part. The cash value only increases when you make it compound.
Right.
And now, what does compounding mean? How do you, what are the vehicles that you can compound it with? So if you keep it in bank, it is only gaining interest of 0.01% to right now we have around 3.5% to 4% some banks are giving.
Yeah.
Which will go down dramatically because if you see the past 10 years, it was below 0.01%. Why? Because the interest rates will, whenever the interest rates go down, it will go down. So bank is not the right solution because you're not getting any interest. Interest creates compounding, and we need to learn to figure out the right solutions for that. And that's where we come in.
Perfect. Let me do a quick translation on that. And this is, I think it's really important that we understand that. Thì cô vừa mới nói, Công ty cũng, it's a little bit of my surprise that the Indian communities is really into investment. Okay. Là cộng đồng người Ấn người ta rất là quan tâm về cái việc mà invest là bỏ tiền vô. Đồng tiền ngày hôm nay nó phải tạo ra được cái con số mà tốt hơn là ví dụ như hôm nay mình có 1 đồng, 10 năm sau mình để dành trong tiền nhà băng thì nó cũng được 1 đồng, 1 đồng mấy xu thôi. Nhưng mà khi mà mình invest, mình mang cái số tiền này ra để mà mình invest vào những cái khoản khác, chẳng hạn như là life insurance day, thì cái số tiền đó nó sẽ được nhân lên gấp và nhiều lần, kính thưa quý vị. Và đó là một cái điều mà mình cũng nên hiểu, tại vì 10 đồng mà mình có được 10 năm trước, cái vật mà mình mua nó không có bằng 10 đồng mà hôm nay mình bỏ ra để mình mua. So back to what I was saying, I really wanted to punctuate it on the fact that the money value is not the same. So we need to do something about it. So then here comes the financial advisor. And when you look at someone, what are some of the basic questions that you are going to ask to see, you know, and by the way, is there a minimum investment for somebody? Because they could be like, I don't have much money, I'm just gonna keep enough, I don't have money to invest. I think those are some of the basic questions. Yeah,
very, very valid questions, and most of our clients face that. So when we are talking about financial advisors, historically it used to be only for the rich and famous.
Yes.
Right? You need to have a very big portfolio to present to them so that they can manage it. But that is what we are changing, and that is why we are asking the community to help us bring this information to the community. You know, I'm asking people from Vietnam community to come and join our mission, to share this knowledge, to educate our communities and make them stronger, because all of us that are very hardworking people, 9 to 5, we need to know these secrets. And these secrets are out there. We are ready to teach them, we are ready to share them, but we need few dedicated people who would love to learn and share and earn through that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Và cũng là ngày hôm nay cũng qua cuộc nói chuyện này thì cô cũng muốn giới thiệu cái chương trình này đến cho những bạn nào có ham học, có muốn là tìm hiểu thêm về cái ngành tài chính và giúp cho mình cũng như là giúp cho những cái người đồng hương, thì cái chương trình của cô to join your program here, what are the requirements for anybody? Like, you know, do they need to have certain knowledge? Do they need to have certain commitment, time, or whatever that might be? Yeah,
the basic requirement is will to learn.
Okay, that's all.
That is the basic requirement. Second basic requirement is a passion for their community, right? That you want to bring this knowledge to your community. After that, we handhold you, we teach you everything. You don't need to be in the finance industry at all. We teach you, we make you super efficient into the system. So you just follow the system and everything just flows from there. The time management thing, anybody can join us. You don't have to be this as your main source. You can join it as part-time. This is a business, so you'll be starting your own business. So you grow as an entrepreneur. You learn, your personality changes, you become so efficient and independent. The biggest reward is the financial freedom that comes with this business. My dream is to travel around the world without the worry, and this business brings you the financial freedom to dream, to be anyone and you want to be in life. You know that sometimes we dream big, but we are like, how can we even achieve that? That's for somebody else.
Yeah.
So this business makes it happen. You can dream anything you want to achieve, and if you work diligently, it will happen here.
Alright. So nếu mà quý vị các bạn có muốn tham gia hoặc là muốn vào cái tìm hiểu về cái chương trình này, thì qua cái chương trình này thì chính quý vị sẽ là một cái người doanh nhân, cái người business person, mà mình tự mình là tạo ra cho cái business riêng của mình. Thì cái cô cũng như là những đồng nghiệp của cô sẽ đào tạo cho quý vị và giúp cho quý vị có được kiến thức về cái ngành nghề này, và sẽ cho quý vị luôn được hướng dẫn cho quý vị cho đến khi nào mà quý vị nói là ok, tôi đã đầy đủ, tôi có thể là tự lập được rồi, thì từ đó thì quý vị sẽ không có cần phải học hỏi thêm. So now usually for somebody to be somewhat proficient, what is the, like, how long is it going to take them to be proficient at, you know, be the messenger of this program and start building their business?
Okay. Good question again. So it depends from person to person. Some people are fast learners. Some people take their own time, right? So it works for every kind of personality they have.
Okay.
So it only depends on who they are and then how fast they want to grow.
Okay.
It is totally dependent on that. There is no time limit because this is your own business. So let's just say you open a shop, right? It depends on you, how you reach out, how you sell the product, right? All of that. But the difference is here you're opening the shop with the full support of team.
Yeah.
The team is teaching you everything. The team is hand-holding you. The team is taking you forward and giving you every steps to learn and to go forward with. So in that sense, it totally depends on the person how fast or how slow they want to go. There is no push. There is no like you have to meet a particular target.
I see.
You create your own targets. You grow at your own pace.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thì qua công việc này thì quý vị làm tùy theo cái khả năng của mình cũng như là cái thời giờ của mình có. Mình làm nhiều, mình làm nhanh và mình học hỏi tiếp thu càng nhanh á, thì dĩ nhiên là cái income, cái nguồn thu nhập của mình nó sẽ càng nhiều hơn. So then I also do have a couple of questions. Now we just talked about all of those in terms of the person who could be working with you. Now we're going to switch back now to talking about the person who might be receiving the services of yours or people that will work for you. Hopefully some viewers will find this interesting and connect with you. So now let's switch back to the persons of the buyer themselves. For example, if I'm coming in, aside from receiving financial advice from you, what else can I get from you? Do you also sell the products? So what kind of products do you sell, and do you sell it, you know, from multiple providers or just a particular set of providers?
Oh, thank you for the question. Yeah, so we do full service.
Okay.
Why we talk about education first? Because we want to make sure that when we are asking our clients to get secured, they understand where we are coming from. And we need to understand where they wish to go to, like what is their final goal is, what they want to achieve. So just for example, a couple of my clients want to have a tax-free retirement. Now, what does tax-free retirement means? How can you achieve in your budget? That's where we come in. Some people want, young couples want good education for their kids, so they want to save for their kids' colleges. That's where we come in again, how to do that, what are the vehicles, we provide the solutions, we set it up for you. There are multiple ways. Business owners, they want to have some tax deductions. How can they use our products to create that tax deduction for themselves? So we have a solution for each and every genre of people. You know, you can be a homemaker, a business owner, 9 to 5, job people, and students who want to learn finance. So we are welcoming every sector of people. Come in and see what benefits you can get. Its benefits are immense.
Okay. So cô cũng có chia sẻ thêm là từ cái phương diện của một cái người mà khách hàng của công ty đó, thì quý vị có thể có những cái chương trình nào mà cái chương trình mà được gọi như là được tư vấn về tài chính, thì họ cũng có những cái sản phẩm mà để cho quý vị mua, để mà quý vị giúp cho quý vị trong cái việc mà để bảo đảm cái tài chính tương lai của mình. Chẳng hạn ví dụ như bây giờ quý vị có con cái, thì quý vị có muốn là con cái mình có tiền để đi học đại học, thì đây là những cái phương tiện và những cái công cụ nào. Hoặc là quý vị muốn làm có nhiều tiền quá, bây giờ quý vị muốn có những cái phương pháp để giúp cho quý vị không phải trả tiền thuế nhiều, thì sẽ có những cái chương trình để mà giúp cho quý vị. I was very particularly interested about how to have tax deductions using some financial advice around tax deductions if you do reach a point. So I was just sharing the audience. There's quite a few things here that you can actually get advice from folks like yourself and or your helper. So that's wonderful. For anybody to start investing, what is like the bare minimum that they have to come to the table with?
Everything depends on the age and health of the client. So there is no particular number I can give you, but it could be as low as just $100 a month.
Oh wow!
Yeah, or it could be $1,000 a year, depending. There is no one fixed answer because we need to see the client's overall picture.
Got it.
Till you have that, you cannot give that answer.
Yes, everybody's situation is unique.
Yes,
so totally
everybody's different. Everybody's age, health, their needs, their budget, everything plays a role. But that being said, each and every person must have the basic one thing that I will say, a life insurance.
A life insurance.
There is no one on this planet, I will say, but especially in US, the way our economy is, the way we need to support ourselves, our elderlies at the later age, life insurance is one thing that every one of us must have. Two reasons. One, it protects our families in the worst case situation that all of us know, right? Second reason is now the life insurances are coming with living benefits. Living benefits means you can use that money if something happens to you. Next day when you sign up and something happens, you can use that money for your hospital care, for your medicines, for your doctor visits, for long-term care. When you grow old, let's hope all of us grow old, 90 and 100, right? And you need a hospice care, like you need a in-home nursing, or you need any kind of nursing home, other kind of cares. Now you're not a burden on your kids.
That's right.
Isn't that amazing that you, just for pennies that you saved, put right now in the right place, you save your kids from all the burdens.
Of course.
Right?
Yeah.
And I don't want to bring this up, it becomes a little gory at this, but I have seen the worry of many elderly clients I have, that how will be their final rights. It's a very hard topic to touch, but it's a very essential topic that we just need to open up and talk about. It should not be in the background anymore. People are worried that either they will be, the cost will be a burden on their kids, or they will be not having the kind of go away kind of thing in a ceremony that they would wish for themselves.
Right.
So in either of that situation, you are taking care of it by your own self. You are not depending on anybody, and you are not being a burden also at the later stage.
Of course, that's probably a lot of people's concern.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
So this is like the number one product. After that comes our play time. Then we talk about how to make it wonderful in our life with our money savings.
Yeah. Let me quickly translate the importance of life insurance first. Chúng tôi vừa mới kể sơ qua về những cái trường hợp tại sao mà chúng ta ít nhất mỗi người chúng ta cần có cái bảo hiểm nhân thọ life insurance là như chúng ta đã biết, thì trong cái trường hợp mà chúng ta chẳng may qua đời thì gia đình của chúng ta sẽ được sẽ có những cái khoản tiền cần thiết để mà Trong cái nhất là trong cái trường hợp mình là cái người mà mang nguồn lợi tức về nhà cho gia đình. Và thứ gì nữa là cái bảo hiểm nhân thọ ngày nay nó cũng giúp cho mình được khi mà mình còn sống, nó sẽ giúp cho mình có thể trang trải những cái chi phí mà ở khi mà mình về già để con cái cho mình không phải lo. I am sure a lot of our audience are very interested in learning how life insurance can help support them while they're still living, and so that they don't have to be burdens for others. I think that's one really important aspect, and I wish that somebody's going to go and study this and then give a full sessions to our audience on all the importance of this. So now switching back, if you do have an aspirations to understand more about creating financial freedom for yourself and aspiration to support the community, the Vietnamese community, especially those who don't speak English very well. One way is to talk to Kirti here, and she does have a program to help you start this journey, build a business for yourself while supporting the local community, Vietnamese community as well. So
please do that.
Yeah.
Please. Yeah.
So really interesting about life insurance, I would say.
Yes. Right.
Yes.
I just want to touch base on the myth.
Okay.
Talked about.
Yeah.
When I talk about life insurance that everyone should have one, please do understand that you do buy a life insurance on your car, you do buy a insurance on your house, and everything stays fine. It is for that unfortunate situation that we all know any of us can come across. So buying a life insurance is not creating any trouble, rather it is protecting you from the trouble situations.
Yes. Thì cô cũng vừa mới chia sẻ thêm về mình cái vấn đề mà nhiều khi mình không muốn nói về bảo hiểm nhân thọ, tại vì có thể mình hơi nghi kỵ cái vấn đề này, nhưng mà thật ra cô cũng chia sẻ là mình mua bảo hiểm nhân thọ thì nó cũng giống như là mình mua bảo hiểm xe, bảo hiểm nhà, đâu phải là mình cần ngày mai đâu, nhưng mà trong cái trường hợp ví dụ nhà mình nó bị cháy và xe mình bị đụng thì mình có cái bảo hiểm đó để mà giúp cho mình. Really valid point. And at 100 đồng, có thể là cỡ 100 đồng một tháng là thôi là quý vị đã có thể là có được cái bảo hiểm nhân thọ này rồi. So it's just punctuated. I mean, you need probably 100-ish. You can start with that for monthly. It's not much at all if we look into the grand scheme of things. So
yeah.
So I know that we are kind of running out of time here, but what are like the one or two more interesting products or needs that people kind of came to you for and asked for you to support with through your products and your service advice?
There are plenty, but since we are short on time, annuities is one product that a lot of people who are in business and or people who have, like you said, your parents have cash sitting, right? So that cash can be rolled over into an annuity. What annuity is, it's a guaranteed product. Your money never goes down. You will never lose a cent out of your principal amount. You will have a security of index funds that is bottom of 0 and cap of 13, so your money is always safe. You get a bonus right away when you roll over. So there, depending on how many years you are rolling over it, you get bonuses accordingly. Then you get a lifetime guaranteed income. Your principal can be depleted completely, still because the company has committed, you will get a lifetime income.
Oh wow.
So how much brilliant that the solution can get, right? Instead of that money sitting in the bank, let's say you have 100K. If that 100K you leave it in the bank, it will barely be 115, 30 to 40 years. Barely, right? But if you have it in an annuity, in 10 years, that 100K generates every year 8 to 12% of interest. That compounding that gets added, and then again it's generating it, added and again generated. Now you have such a big bulk of chunk of money that you are taking out income from. And then over that you have the guarantee of lifetime income.
Yeah.
So that is something that really interests people, and it's a no-brainer, I will say. Just once people understand the value, everybody rolls it over. Another thing is people who want a tax-free retirement. So we all need to understand when we retire, taxes will not go away. I was one such person in the beginning. I used to think, hey, when we retire, we are not paying taxes anymore, right? It's not happening.
Well, that's right.
We will pay taxes till we die. So we need to have some bucket that where we are putting the savings in that doesn't require us to pay taxes. And one of the bucket is life insurance.
Okay.
So these two things are very interesting for people, and once they understand, there's no stopping. They right away invest into it.
Perfect. Well, hopefully this little conversation here sparkles some interest in you. Again, we're talking today, as this conversation took place, we heard it from multiple views. First of all, if you like to be working as a colleague, as a partner to Kirti and her firm, to absolutely reach out to understand more. We will post the phone number as well as other contact information. And then secondly, you can also be approaching Kirti and team from the perspective of the customers. If you understood everything that we've just said here without any issues, but if there's a little bit of translations needed and so on, that's what we kind of need the other team members who can speak Vietnamese and can understand the concept and they can translate back to you as a customer. So, but anyways, it's been a pleasant talking to you. Thanks for sharing. It's always good to to rehear these discussions. So we tend to forget about it, but life insurance, annuities, and other financial advice. There's plenty out there, plenty of ways to make your dollar more than what it is. So hopefully you enjoy the conversation and meeting Kirti here, of course, and we hope she'll be back next time, hopefully with some Vietnamese team members. Oh, I would love that. Blessings to that. Yeah, thank you so much. Really appreciate your time and your efforts to reach out for the community. Thank you, appreciate it. Okay, our pleasure. So with that, we're gonna say have a great rest of the day to all of our viewers. Bye. Bye.
Bạn đang chuẩn bị khai trương hay mở rộng kinh doanh? Hãy để cho công ty với hơn 20 năm kinh nghiệm trong lĩnh vực hệ thống quản lý và thanh toán thẻ giúp bạn tư vấn, so sánh và lựa chọn chương trình phù hợp nhất cho nhu cầu kinh doanh của bạn. Hãy dành thời gian quý báu của quý vị để lập các kế hoạch phát triển kinh doanh. Đã có chúng tôi giúp bạn lắp đặt hệ thống nhanh chóng, đơn giản nhưng hiệu quả. Gọi ngay 480 359 9617 480 359 9617.
VietNEWS USA